Hello my dears, and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful that you've chose to spend your time with little old me, and supporting my channel is very easy. Just like the video, comment, subscribe, or click on the notification bell of when you'd like to know of when a next video drops. And I hope that you're doing well, but if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. But in the meantime, join me in meeting the second deck in the Sacred Bee trilogy. We had the Journey of the Sacred Bee. Now we have the Wisdom of the Sacred Bee. And the third deck is the Keeper of the Sacred Bee. And I will be doing a video on all three. And this one was created by Burton, and it was released in 2021, and it's published by Sacred Soul Production, which is independent publisher. And I will link her website and her Etsy shop in the description if you're interested in buying any of her decks. And it retails on the website for $52, but last I checked, it's on sale for $42. I don't know if it's still on sale. And this is a second edition. The first edition on the website is $29, and she also has a small dent sale, and you can get this one for $24 on the website. On the Etsy shop, the first edition is on sale for $28.12. So if you're interested, you can check those out. I'm hoping that they're still on sale, but she could have changed it by the time I'm doing this video and the last time I checked. She also has another deck called the Mystic Augur and Sage Oracle, and I will be doing a future video on that one, so I will be covering that. So the specs on this deck is 5.60 height, and across is 3 inches. Width is 1.70. It is a magnetic box, and the title is only on the sides of the deck. And on the back, we just have some teaser cards and her website. All right. On the inside, we have the bees are nature's alchemists, using the wisdom of sacred geometry, which is the intelligence of the universe. They bring life and sweetness to Earth. We have this ribbon, and the color scheme of this deck is purple, if you haven't noticed. And on the back, hold the wisdom of the bees sacred. With great reverence, this deck is dedicated to the tireless efforts of the tiny ones who perpetuate our food supply and keep our planet alive with beauty. Beautiful. All right. And then we have this guidebook we will explore after we look at the cards. Okay. So the cards are of course, larger than the Rider-Waite deck, as you can see, and they are 5 inches height, across 3 inches, and the deck itself is 1¼ inches. It has this lovely purple foil, and the first 3 cards are lineage cards. And throughout the deck, you will see patterns of the use of sacred geometry. Sacred geometry is the universal blueprint of creation and first instance of all form. It's an ancient science that explores energy patterns that unify all things and the precise way creation is organized and unfolds. And I have no idea what that all means, but that's what she has put on her her website, and thought I would write that down. So the deck has suits of elements. You have fire, water, air, earth, ether, or spirit. And on the bottom of the card, these three will not. These are lineage cards, and as you can see, we have the queen, the drone, and the worker, which is basically the hierarchy of the bee kingdom. So, yeah, queen, the drone, and the worker. All right, so, and as we go by, now the first, we have the elements, and we have fire, which is, this is the symbol for fire, and then on the bottom of the card, it will have a color. And so orange is fire. So we'll go ahead and look at all of the fire cards, and then we have the keyword, and on the back we have some purple foil. And this deck is basically collage art, and some people like it and some people don't, and I like it. It gives me a lot to look at. It's like this might be one of those decks that every time you use it you see something new. Okay, so next we come to the next element of water, and we have the symbol for water, and we have blue. I call these cards Feast for the Eyes cards. I've seen other decks like this as well, and yeah, I like them. And I discovered her bead decks from the Mystic Augur Sage deck, which was a Kickstarter. And in Kickstarters, sometimes the creator will put their previous decks on there as well as rewards. So I went ahead and just collected all of her decks that she has so far. Okay, and then we have the air element, and maybe yellow. then we move on to Earth, the symbol for Earth, and it is green. I really do like the bright colors. And then we have the last element of ether or spirit, and it is purple. Okay, that is the deck itself. Okay. Alright, so the cards are, they are flexi bendy, and they're like a, kind of a matte. Yeah, but it's nice cardstock. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out this guidebook. Okay, let me go into the welcome to the wisdom. And then we have the contents page, all the different elements. And then we do some spreads. We have the 3-card spread, the Wisdom of the Sacred Bee 5-card spread. And then she goes into sacred geometry, which is basically what I was talking about in the beginning. And this kind of goes into a better, deeper explanation. And then she talks about the dimensions of the deck, and she did it on purpose. So this just basically goes into the background as the Y. And then we have the lineage cards. And these are, you can use them how you wish. Or you can use them as significators. And that's just, like in the regular tarot, they'll use a king or a queen or a knight or a page as what represents the person they're asking about. And you can use them as clarifiers. Use them on your altar or your meditation practice, or you can just shuffle them and use them as regular cards. There's all kinds of ways you can use them. Okay, and then we have the different lineage cards, and she goes into explaining more about them, and then goes into bee wisdom and a little bit about bees. And then we have the element of fire, and then we have the picture, just a little clarification of what the picture is about, and then the meaning of the card. And then you have a little advice section. That's the best way I can put it. Yeah, so basically that is the the meanings. And then we have in each of the separate element sections, we get a little bit of bee wisdom and then the element. So with each section you get to learn more about bees and then the elements. And it's the same thing through the rest of it. And then we have a little blurb for the website. And on the back, our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circles of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. Albert Einstein. All right, so let's go ahead and shuffle these. And they're not too bad. I mean, they are a little bit bigger. So depending on how well you can shuffle a little bit bigger cards, tarot cards, you can shuffle this way. Seem pretty good. Smooth. You could do the overhand. It works that way as well. Side shuffle, I really wouldn't recommend it. Yeah. And then you can cut them. There's no right or wrong way. Please don't let anybody tell you that there's a certain way to shuffle cards. There is not. And you can take these and you can spread them out over your desk, or you could just, do them all over, pick them that way. Alright, so let's see what the bees have to say to us. Insight. So we have air, the element of air, and it's yellow. Okay. All right. Pictured, the bee in the eye of the universe. To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wildflower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour, by William Blake. Insight. Insight is gained through going deep within. The deeper and darker you go, the more lucid you emerge. This card invites you to hold infinity in the palm of your hand and see the connection in everything. When you experience insight, you feel a connection with the universe, which for us is never ending. The same is true for the universe within us. We can continually get in touch as we dig down through the layer and layer of consciousness. Use your inner eye and dig deep inside your mind to find insights into your true essence. As you begin to understand your gifts, you can be more present. Allow deep insight to bring out the best expression of yourself. There are no limits to how much insight you can uncover. Okay. Don't know who needed to hear that, but the bees thought somebody did. Maybe even me. I don't know. All right, so that is pretty much all I have for this deck. It is an unusual deck, I will admit. But let me know what you think of it. If you own it, let me know how it's working out. Give some recommendations to somebody else who watched my video and is wondering how it works and stuff like that. But once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with a future video. But until next time, take care and goodbye, my dears.